Should you consider purchasing Helium Rain and supporting the development studio behind it? This developer review will help you to decide. The description for Helium Rain reads as, "Trade your wares and eliminate the competition in a cutthroat world. Buy new ships and stations to mine and haul resources. Explore the vastness of space." The game was released on Steam on 18th of August 2017 and costs €15 or your regional equivalent. So far it has 29 reviews, 100% of which are positive. Helium Rain is a single-player game created by development studio Deimos Games, who are a small studio based in Paris, France. Deimos Games state that 4 people work on Helium Rain and that the team has been working on the game for 3 years now. There's relatively little information available on Deimos Games. They do not seem to have tried any form of crowdfunding such as Kickstarter, and according to their website, Helium Rain is their first game, so they do not have a track record as a studio. There's pretty much no information on the team on Deimos Games' website, however a quick Google search does provide their personal websites and some extra information. There's also quite a lot of bonus info and screenshots regarding Helium Rain on their websites. Steam Spy estimates that approximately 1,600 people own Helium Rain, and Steam Charts indicates that the numbers are relatively consistent in terms of players. However, they are quite low, but as this is a single player game, the player count is not necessarily that important. Each developer review follows the same format. There are 4 individual ratings, each of which is rated from A, exceptional, to E, disgraceful. And then there's an overall positive or negative recommendation on whether you should consider supporting this development studio. The first rating we're going to look at is community interaction. The team behind Helium Rain are clearly interested in making sure that their community is well catered for. You can usually find a fast, accurate answer through their forums directly from a dev, although in fairness, as the game is quite small, this is not that hard for the devs to do. Deimos Games do not have a Discord channel, which is a bit of a shame. They are fairly active on Twitter and Facebook, and there's a small but relatively inactive subreddit. They don't stream on Twitch, which could be something that helps them quite a bit. Streaming asset creation, for example modeling or texturing, is something a lot of people are interested in watching. Deimos Games do have the basics of community management covered, making sure they're available to answer questions on their forums and other social media for when their community need them. Therefore, I'm awarding them an A for community interaction. Between the release date of August 18th and today, which is September 9th, Helium Rain has received 5 updates, some of them with a large number of fixes. This is an impressive start for the team, although it is a very short time in which to properly measure velocity. But Deimos Games have a secret weapon. They use a Redmine-based bug and feature tracking site, which allows players and anyone interested in the game to see progress on the game. If we look at this tool, we can see all the way back to September 2016 and see how much they have worked on the game since then. Using their review page, we can see they have closed 459 bugs and 188 features in roughly the last year. That gives confidence that their speed is quick. I'll go into a little more depth in later sections of this developer review on this tool. Any player who is thinking of buying Helium Rain, or in fact already owns it, can check for themselves how active the devs are. So for the speed at which they have developed Helium Rain, and for clearly demonstrating that speed in a transparent way, I'm going to award Deimos Games a clear A for developer speed. Deimos Games claim on their store page that Helium Rain has been in development for more than 3 years, and depending upon the amount of feedback they receive, it will take another 6 months before the game is fully released. Because Deimos Games have an openly viewable site that shows both the bugs and the features they are working on, we can actually check if this information is correct. As you can see, we can look at the releases they have planned and their backlog, all the way through to when they currently believe they will release the full game on February 10th, 2018. This is about as clear as a developer can get. If this date does change, then players can simply check this site to see what the new date is, and they can see the features or bugs that are causing the delay. We can also look back in time to work that Deimos Games has already done on Helium Rain to see what was included in earlier releases. As you can see, it's quite a lot. In conclusion then, Deimos Games deserves nothing less than a straight A for development clarity. The store page for Helium Rain tallies with what is in their task tracker, so it's fair to say that seems to be accurate. Research has not indicated any times where the developers have promised something and then gone back on it, and there is no indication that they have ever screwed up in a large way. They are a new developer, however, and so it is possible that in time, and specifically if Helium Rain grows to be a popular game, they may fall into one of the many traps that can ensnare early access developers. Based on the above, I'm going to award Deimos Games an A for developer honesty. Developers of early access games have a unique opportunity to involve their community in the creation of their game, unfettered by publisher NDAs or other corporate requirements. Despite this, very few early access games take that opportunity, and of those that do, a minuscule amount take it to the degree that Deimos Games have taken it with Helium Rain. This is the 12th developer review of the series, and Deimos Games is the first studio that has ever been awarded straight A's. Helium Rain is also the only game from this series that has 100% positive Steam reviews. Now, it is important to note that Helium Rain is a small game. It only has 29 reviews, and being small also means it is much easier for the dev team to keep tabs on the community, bugs and features. That notwithstanding, they have done an excellent job in all areas, truly showing what a dedicated early access developer can do that is different to studios that develop under the publisher model. In fact, Deimos Games go one step further than most other game developers. You can download the source code for the game from GitHub for free. The only note of caution here is that Helium Rain, so far, has not sold well. The team has been working on the game for more than 3 years, so Deimos Games have already accrued significant expenses. Assuming they're going to spend another 6 months in development, they will have to sell a lot of games to break even, let alone turn a profit. Long term, this could affect future updates of the game. Time will tell. To sum up then, for all the reasons stated in this review, I'm going to recommend that you consider supporting Deimos Games as they continue their development of Helium Rain. They have clearly demonstrated they are a committed studio that shows the better qualities of an early access game. That's it for this developer review. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, and if you've really enjoyed it, please consider hitting that subscribe button. That's it for now. As always, enjoy your gaming. Take care.